Buckingham's pi theorem. Uh, there are three fixed dimensions, that is mass, length and time, which play very important role in fluid mechanics. These three fixed dimensions are also called as fundamental dimension. For solving the numerical of Buckingham's pi theorem, we know all the units, for example velocity, angular acceleration, discharge, force, specific weight, torque, etc, etc, etc. First of all, velocity. What is the unit of velocity? Velocity is equal to meter per second. How to write this meter per second in MLT form? Meter means it is covered in length, and second it is measured in terms of time. Therefore the unit of velocity is meter per second, means L upon T. L is the numerator and T is the denominator. If we this T is moved to numerator, then L into T to the power minus 1. Similarly, angular acceleration, the unit of angular acceleration is radian per second, and radian per second, second we can write second in terms of t, that is t square. Radian per t square is equal to 1 by t square, is equal to, if t square is moved in numerator, then t to the power minus 2. Next one, discharge. Discharge is equal to area into velocity, and the unit of area is meter square. Therefore we can write this L square. Velocity, unit of velocity is meter per second, therefore it can be written as L by T. Therefore this L square into L means L cube, and this is L cube by T. Therefore if this T is shifted or moved to the numerator, therefore T to the power minus 1. Therefore discharge is equal to L cube by L cube into T to the power minus 1. Similarly, force is equal to mass into acceleration. We know mass m, capital M, acceleration meter per second square. Therefore mass m into L upon T square, ml into divided by T square, and this T if move in numerator, therefore mlt to the power minus 2. Similarly, specific weight is equal to weight upon volume, or weight upon volume is equal to force upon volume, equal to unit of force is in the form of mlt is mlt to the power minus 2 divided by L cube. Finally is equal to L minus 2 square and T to the power minus 2. For solving the numerical of Buckingham's pi theorem, we know the method of selecting repeating variable. Repeating variable are equal to the number of fundamental dimension of this problem. The choice of repeating variable is governed by the following consideration. First one is, as far as the dependent variable should not be set as the repeating variable. In Buckingham's pi theorem there are two types of variable, dependent variable and independent variable. First point is dependent variable should not be set as the repeating variable. Second point is the repeating variable should be chosen in such a way that the one variable contains geometric properties, other variable contains flow properties, and third variable contains fluid properties. Then first one is geometric properties. Under the heading of geometric properties, there are three properties, that is length, d, and height. Length, diameter, and height. Second one is flow property. Under the flow property, there are two quantities, velocity and acceleration. Third one is variable with fluid properties, mu, rho, and w, etc. The repeating variable should not form a dimensionless group. Dimensionless group means the unit of quantity is not dimensionless. For example, efficiency is a dimensionless term, therefore it should not form a it should not be selected as repeating variable. Or strain is also dimensionless term. The next one is the repeating variable together must have the same number of fundamental dimension, or no two repeating variables should have the same dimension. For example, in geometric properties there are two quantities, length and diameter. Out of two, only choose one quantity, that is either length or diameter. Next, in most of the fluid mechanics problem, the choice of repeating variable may be first one is diameter, velocity rho, second is length velocity rho, third length velocity dynamic viscosity, fourth one is diameter velocity and dynamic viscosity. Next one, for solving the problem of Buckingham's pi theorem, there are some terms, that is n is equal to total number of variable, then m is equal to fundamental variable which is also fixed is equal to 3. N minus m is a dimensionless term or pi term. Each pi term is a dimensionless term. Pi term means dimensionless, that is m to the power 0, n to the power 0, t to the power 0, and is independent of the system. And each pi term contains m plus 1 variable. M plus 1 variable means fundamental variable is equal to m, or m is equal to 3. Therefore total number of fundamental variable is 3. 3 plus 1 is equal to 4. Therefore each pi term contains m plus 1 variable, that which is equal to 4. Next problem, state the Buckingham's pi theorem. The efficiency of fan depends on the density, dynamic viscosity of the fluid, angular velocity, diameter of the rotor, and the discharge. Express the efficiency in terms of dimensionless parameter. In this numerical, we have to given the efficiency of fan depend upon, means efficiency is the function of rho, mu, w, d and q. Therefore efficiency is equal to, it is the function of in bracket rho, mu, w, d, q, or it can be written in the form of f1 in bracket efficiency rho, mu, w, d, q is equal to 0. This is the equation number 1. In this equation number 1 there are 6 variable, total number of variable, efficiency rho, mu, w, d, q, total number of variable is 6 and total number of variable is denoted by small n. Therefore small n is equal to 6. The value of m, that is the number of fundamental dimension for the problem, is obtained by writing the dimension of each variable. Dimensions of each variable are, okay, dimension of each variable means efficiency is a dimensionless term. Therefore dimension m0, l0 and t0. The dimension of rho is equal to m into l to the power minus 3. Similarly mu is equal to m into l to the power minus 1, t to the power minus 1, comma, w is equal to t to the power minus 1, d is equal to l, and q is equal to l to the power q into t to the power minus 1. And we know the fundamental dimension is equal to 3, therefore m is equal to 3. Then we calculate number of pi terms. How to calculate number of pi terms? Is equal to n minus m. M means total variable, m means fundamental variable. N is equal to total number of variable is 6 and fundamental variable is 3. Therefore number of pi term is equal to 3. Then equation 1, it can be written as, equation 1 is f of 1 is equal to this one, equal to 0. It can be written in the form of pi term. Therefore f1 in bracket pi 1, pi 2, pi 3 equal to 0. This is the equation number 2. Each pi term contains m plus variable, where m is equal to the 3 and is also repeating variable. Therefore m plus, each pi term contains 4 variable, that is m is equal to 3 plus 1 equal to 4. Therefore each pi term contains 4 variable. Pi 1 is equal to this one. Choosing dw rho as a repeating variable. See the equation number 1. In this equation efficiency is dependent variable, therefore it should not be chosen as a repeating variable. Then second point is choose the geometric properties. From this equation number 1, only d is the geometric properties, therefore d is our repeating variable, first repeating variable. Then second is omega w is equal to angular velocity. First one is geometric properties, second one is flow properties. Flow property here is velocity or acceleration. Here w is the angular velocity, therefore we have to choose on this one as a second repeating variable. Third one is fluid properties. In this rho, mu and q, these are the fluid properties, out of which we have to choose rho as third repeating variable. Then we know pi 1 term contain 4 variable, m plus 1 variable. This is 1 2 3, and remaining is first remaining efficiency mu and q is left in equation number 1. Therefore first take it efficiency. Therefore pi 1 is equal to d to the power a1 w to the power b1 rho to the power c1 into efficiency. Similarly pi 2 is equal to this 3 repeating variable as it is, d to the power a2 w to the power b2 rho to the power c2, and second one next term is mu into mu. Next pi 3 is equal to d to the power a3 w to the power b3 and rho to the power c3, only left in q, therefore into q. First pi term is equal to pi 1 is equal to d to the power a1 w to the power b1 rho to the power c1 into efficiency. Then substitute the dimension on both the side pi 1. We know pi 1 is dimensionless term, therefore m to the power 0, l to the power 0, t to the power 0, and the dimension of d is l to the power a1. Similarly w t to the power minus 1 in bracket b1. Third dimension of rho is equal to m into l to the power minus 3 or bracket into c1, and efficiency is dimensionless and therefore m0 l0 t0. Then equating the power of mlt on both the side. First one is equating the power of m on both sides. In left hand side m equal to 0, therefore equal to 0. In right hand side here is 1 m, therefore m to the power 1 into c1 means only c1, and here is 0 plus 0, therefore c1 equal to 0. Second term power of l, equating the power of l on both sides, therefore left hand side l to the power 0 is equal to 0, right hand side l to the power a1 means simply a1 plus here l to the power minus 3 c1. As we know minus 3 c1 and l to the power 0, here 0. As we know c1 is equal to 0, therefore directly put the value of a1 is equal to 0. Then power of t, left hand side t is equal to 0 and right hand side t to the power minus 1 means minus b1 plus t to the power 0. Then finally b1 equal to is also 0. Then substitute the values of a1 b1 c1 in pi 1, we get the value of pi 1. Therefore pi 1 is equal to d to the power 0 w to the power 0 rho to the power 0 into efficiency. If d to the power 0 and equal to 1, w to the power 0 means 1, the rho to the power 0 means 1, simply here is remaining term pi 1 is equal to efficiency. In second pi term, pi 2 is equal to d to the power a2 w to the power b2 rho to the power c2 into mu. Putting the dimension on both the side of pi 2 and this repeating variable, therefore m to the power 0, l to the power 0, t to the power 0. Similarly the dimension of d is l to the power a2, dimension of w t to the power minus 1 whole bracket b2, dimension of rho is equal to m into l to the power minus 3 whole bracket c2, and dimension of mu is m l minus 1 t minus 1 t to the power minus 1. Then equating the power of mlt on both the side. First equating the power of m, left hand side power of m is 0, right hand side m to the power is 1 into c2 means only c2, and here is m to the power 1, c2 plus 1, therefore value of c2 is equal to minus 1. Then equating the power of l on both the side, therefore l to the power left hand side l to the power 0, right hand side a2 and right hand side a2, second minus l to the power minus 3 into c2 means minus 3 c2, and here l to the power minus 1 means simply minus 1. After putting the value of c2 in this equation, we get the value of a2, or a2 is equal to minus 2. Then power of t, left hand side t to the power 0, right hand side t to the power minus 1 into b2 means minus b2, and here t to the power minus 1 means minus 1, therefore b2 is equal to minus 1. Then putting the value of a2 b2 c2 in pi 2 term, therefore pi 2 is equal to d to the power minus d2 d to the power minus 2, w to the power minus 1, rho to the power minus 1 into mu. As we know, this term is in numerator. If this move to the denominator, therefore this d to the power minus 2 is converted into d square. Similarly, w to the power minus 1 is converted into w, and rho to the power minus 1 is converted into rho. Therefore, pi 2 term is equal to mu upon d square into w into rho. Then third pi term, pi 3 is equal to d to the power a3, w to the power b3, rho to the power c3 into q. Then putting the dimension on both the side, m0, l0, t0. Similarly, dimension of diameter is l to the power a3. Dimension of w is t to the power minus 1 into b3. Dimension of rho ml to the power minus 3 whole bracket c3, and dimension of q is l cube into t minus t to the power minus 1. Okay. Then equating the power of mlt on both this side, therefore in left hand side the power equating the power of m, therefore in left hand side power of m is 0, and right hand side here is only m here, therefore m into m to the power 1 into c3 means only c3, therefore we get the value of c3 is equal to 0. Then second, equating the power of l, in left hand side l to the power 0, here l to the power a3 means simply a3, here l to the power minus 3 into c3 means minus 3 c3 plus l to the power 3, therefore plus 3. We know c3 is equal to 0, therefore after putting the value of c3 here 0, we get the value of a3 is equal to simply minus 3. Okay. Then power of t, left hand side t to the power equal to 0, and right hand side t here is t to the power minus 1, therefore minus b3, here t to the power minus 1, here minus 3, therefore b3 is equal to minus 1. Then substitute the value of a3, b3 and c3 in pi term, therefore pi 3 is equal to d to the power minus 3, here pi 3 is equal to d to the power a3, w to the power b3, here rho to the power c3. Put the value of a3, b3 and c3 in pi 3 term, therefore d to the power minus 3, w to the power minus 1, rho to the power 0 into q. Therefore this term is in numerator. If we move in denominator, therefore q upon d square into w. Then substitute the value of pi 1, pi 2 and pi 3 in equation number 2. Then f of 1 is equal in bracket efficiency, this is the value of pi 1, this is the value of pi 2, this is the value of pi 3. Put the value of pi 1, pi 2, pi 3 in this, therefore f of 1 in bracket efficiency comma mu upon d square w into rho comma q upon d square into w whole bracket equal to 0. Here we have to find the value of efficiency from numerical, express efficiency in terms of dimensionless parameter, therefore we have to find the term in efficiency, therefore efficiency is equal to pi of in bracket this pi 2 and pi 3 term as it is mu upon d square w into rho comma q upon d square into omega or w. Thank you.